Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another No Logic match, the third today, I think, and a fourth happening pretty soon after this.
Yes, it's great to have so many races. Welcome to the No Logic Summer 2024 tournament. My name is JD Silvergun, and I'm joined by Breadcoon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Not too bad, thank you. This is what are we in the bracket? Is this round two winners?
I believe
Or no, this is
so. Is this losers or winners?
it might be lower bracket actually. Sorry, I
Well,
forgot some of the
we're off.
matches. Okay.
We're off. We just got a heart in Link's house and a bombos in Sink. Both players doing completely different setups.
Good to see the early divergence.
Oh yeah, it's always fun seeing. I mean, both players are probably going to do the same things, just slightly different order.
It gives us the information more quickly. We see trash and bonk rocks, just a compass that we don't need.
At least streamers paused for a bit. Not sure. It looks like there's probably nothing on Highly Island. Saying Leaf was going to go check it, and went to Saha instead. Bottle, bow, lamp, holy crap!
Stacked. Absolutely stacked.
Absolutely stacked Saha.
And by the way, Thieves Town was the green pendant, which is kind of unfortunate, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah. Bottles are very powerful items for glitches, for people that don't know. The lamp is very powerful for glitches. Bow is a weapon and also can be good for glitches.
Let's see, it looks like tier 1 tree pulls magic, which is pretty handy, honestly.
Definitely. Okay, let me correct myself. This is round one of the lower bracket. So it looks like Leaf lost to Doomtap and Muffins lost to Tam, so that's how we arrived here.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright. And Leaf looks like immediately hard rushing escape. Honestly, it's a little surprise. I'm used to seeing escape being done via Aga Tower, because there's really no other way to route in the first check of Aga Tower, honestly, but...
Yeah, especially not having the vanilla means to, like, access that. Kind of low on offense in general, only 5 arrows and no bombs.
Yeah, Leaf has exactly enough arrows to do this. So then you can just use the pots on the final guard.
Meanwhile, Muffins on the mountain. Small key to Skullwoods. Nice to have at least one of most keys. Skullwoods is no exception.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to small keys, most of them are not that useful. But Skullwoods is very nice because it's... I don't think you really ever in Skullwoods not in Skullwood state. I mean, there's like a weird push from Escape to Skullwoods, but you're pretty much always there in Skullwood state. GT is another one. GT smalls are nice because it's usually citrus clipping a GT is much always on the cards.
Yeah, I mean, the small keys provide a QOL. Like, it's nice to have an ice small as well. But yeah, Skullwoods, I don't know. So I've done the pod moth before, but you, like, rarely have the equipment to make that worth it in, like, a no logic as opposed to vanilla that's, like, in the route for this rule set of, like, the speedrun version.
Oh, big heated desert. That's actually really nice. Yeah, with this current loadout, Leaf has a pretty great opportunity to just do cack into desert. You got the bottle, you've got you've got the big heated desert, so you can just full clear the whole thing out. Very nice.
Yeah, desert is definitely one of the better big keys. It might be used in like Mire or Thieves Town, or occasionally Swamp maybe, but
Yeah, I didn't realize Leaf picked up lamp, but we've got bow, we've got lamp. We are exactly one item short of the fabled hook push.
Specifically the stuck pushing, but yeah, lamp was in Sahasrara. Like,
oh yeah,
all three of Leaf's
the
trackable items were right there.
Don't worry, I forget things easily.
Yeah.
I don't know. I talked about it earlier. I just didn't register. Okay, but anyway, yeah. Technically, if Leaf really wanted to, they could just pull NMG Landmo out if they really desired to. they could just go walk to the back of desert with a loaded bow and do it.
That does not sound like any kind of fun, if I'm being perfectly
honest.
Oh,
not the slightest bit. But it is a legitimate option on the table right now.
Yeah, it is an option. They would have to farm the arrows, of which there are plenty of in desert, but it looks like we're getting a DMA from Leaf.
Yeah, because desert has a ton of arrow pots.
You can kind of get them on the way to getting the item chips.
Yeah, I think you can just get a full 30 of arrows just in the pots in the dungeon. Okay, yeah, you absolutely can. Just thinking it in my head. Yeah, it's on the cards. Just I doubt that's what they're gonna do. My God, those dead rocks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, that screen is just totally RNG. I mean, you do have some, like, reaction power, but sometimes the game just decides you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, that was just a bad layout.
Like, with no arrows to, like, even, like, hit the dead rocks either. You're just kind of at the mercy of RNG with the boulders as well.
Yeah, first screen was awful, and second time they're like, no, here, just go, you're good.
Yep.
We
love RNG.
Small key up on this ledge.
Muffins is doing a different setup that I don't know, and it looks like they failed it and decided it wasn't worth the trouble after all.
I think Muffins is like trying to go. Yeah, trying to do the setup that like gets you over on top, so you just like walk to the item instead of having to walk all the way around.
Yeah, there are a couple different ways to get over the fence, like directly without like walking around, but I only know one of them. It looked like Muffins was trying to do the one that I don't know how to do, so I don't know what went wrong there. We get a Kakariko play from Muffins.
Leaf grabbing
nice
$300. Actually, I think Muffins saw this, and I don't think they grabbed it. Muffins went up the mountain immediately.
What I like to do with that item, if it's not something like immediately like useful, like a weapon or something, I usually like put it off because you can do like an overworld clip to go to that door, like instead of the one we go to pod, and you can grab that and then go to pod. That's what I like to do.
So it looks like Leaf was trying to set up Stairmaster and didn't. Maybe they didn't get the setup correctly. I'm not sure what exactly went wrong.
I think they drank the potion on it, but like maybe they weren't on the pixel. I don't know.
Hey, maybe they drank it without going to the potion forward.
Shop. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, going to the potion shop tells me they probably made a mistake, which is unfortunate, but probably not a
Yeah.
huge deal. They at least got the 300. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think they just wanted to burn the blue to do something, and they're like, oh, may as well just Stairmaster. You got the bow, so it just makes Eastern doable.
yeah. Yeah, it was good thinking. It's just unfortunate it didn't pan out. And we see 2 ice rods were in Kakariko and a blue boomerang and not much else yet.
Blue Boom is great if Hookshot shows up. That enables the fun 0A setups. Go flying very, very far, specifically northwards.
There's a good west setup too, but it requires having a sword beam as well.
Okay, well, Leaf's going for it again, but this time gets it.
Right,
Yeah.
very nice. We're going to this arrow farm instead of the desert arrow farm.
Get the farm a bit, get to unlock this dungeon. They just walk out and grab things backwards, or just grab the big key and save quit out.
Yeah, we probably should go over that. So since Leaf did not enter through the front door, this is considered cave state. Like, the game doesn't know we're in Eastern, so one of the properties of cave state is letting us unlock things. The small keys are like nearly unlimited, or essentially, like, it doesn't matter because we have so many. And we have a cave state big key from the ball and chain guard in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah,
so that's how
whatever
we're able to just open all these.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's Hyrule Castle, Ganon's Castle, Thieves Town, and Pod. Those big keys, any of them in your inventory, count as a big key for the cave. Honestly, I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is the case. So, considering the Hyrule Castle big key is a guaranteed drop in these rules, there's no like key drop shuffle or anything in these. It is the one entirely guaranteed method of getting the cave state big key. Seeing an early Hyrule Castle isn't terribly surprising if you have immediate thoughts of, oh, I want to go do Pod or something. Then over on Muffins screen, we got a setup to do a crouching glitch, which is getting hit on a very specific pixel in a room that shoves you over a quadrant, which is kind of like a 2 lines in the middle of a room. That just happens. An
invisible line.
Yeah, completely invisible, and it's pixel perfect, but it does let you do funny transitions like that. In that case, it lets you just go to right side desert without the small key. You just go loot it for free. Why not?
And there was the GT big key on the right side of desert, so Muffins may skip out on escape. Already having a cave state big key.
Yeah. I find that if you find one of those early, it tends to throw escape way down the priority list. Which, to that point, the only thing Muffin's missing is the desert big, which may or may not be important. Saying we have an early bottle available, unless the desert big chest has something. Fine to skip. Oh, fire
rod
up.
and Agina. Alright, so rods are not going to be a struggle, probably. Well, although I have heard some people discuss the Agina skip, so maybe I shouldn't say too soon that rods are not going to be a problem. Probably won't be a problem.
It probably won't. Hopefully not.
Well, it's still early. We've got a lot of easy locations left. There's not too bad of a double ready's room for Leaf, not having the sword to do the popos.
Yeah. Luckily, they are in the good variety pack, so you got the nice big refill of bombs there. Really
That's a
convenient.
good save on the Armo strat too. Because if you get hit like that, it just goes off the rails, but it was nicely recovered. And that's the first crystal as well.
Yep, 14 minutes, first crystal, Eastern done. Which honestly, usually Eastern is first.
I don't know, it feels really good when you like gamble like with no prize info and it hits on a crystal. I've had a lot of seeds where I've blind pulled pendants, like all like despite the odds, like being in favor of it being a crystal. It just seems to happen a lot. So Leaf is probably really happy about that.
Oh yeah. What is this? Okay, this is just hitting the front. Oh yeah, Leaf didn't do Hera yet. Because I think when they went up the mountain, they didn't have any arrows, so they just didn't bother going to Hera.
Okay, Muffins doing a bomb juke to get to King's Tomb. Nice little shortcut for us, and gets it pretty quick. No idea what that was,
something.
though, but... And actually exiting, I wonder where they're going with this. Is this upgrade purchase? Probably. They already did Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, this has to be because they already did all the. Yeah, this is. They already did all the water checks.
And being low on bombs, this makes sense. And they didn't get the bow yet. So, like, and they have no magic. I don't know. They're just not as able to defend themselves as Leaf is right now.
Yeah, I mean, you go through so many bombs in this mode. Because it seems to be in most Zelda games, bombs are really broken for glitches. Just like a consistent quality in these games.
Yes, and we love that. Just a piece of heart in Spiral Cave. But Paradox is where the good density is at, so we'll see that pretty soon.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you just kind of do Spiral just because, I mean, you're already there. Why not?
Oh, definitely. I think we've
trying to deal with this.
Oh,
This
no
Bedrock
arrows
at
left
one heart.
now. Oh. Well, fortunately, they're gonna get more hearts in this room.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate that they ran out of arrows there.
Four hearts, and we have enough bombs to hopefully deal with these guys.
Yeah, this is another RNG room. Probably it'll be fine, but sometimes it gets a little hairy.
Okay,
Like,
well,
that was
they're all
good
dead.
RNG.
They're all dead, so it's totally fine. Hey, there's an Eastern
Okay. That was the last thing Leaf wanted to see after going to all that effort to skip the big key. Ugh. You hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they want to do, especially with the blue potion that they probably didn't really want to use. They're like, oh, I'll just use it for this because why not? It's a purpose. But yeah, sucks.
They could still use the Eastern Big Key, like Mire or something, and get value out of it, but I don't know, I just know that that's always kind of like a really game moment when that happens to me. Like, you just skipped that Big Key.
They're walking back out. This back of escape, maybe? No, they're just taking the portal.
Like Muffins was thinking about doing the hover, or Muffins has shown some pretty good hovers in past races.
Honestly, I think if the current money count would be pretty nice. And that Moldorm not being very nice.
Yeah, they're ruthless sometimes. They really are.
Yeah, this is the annoying part of the early game and no logic. You have to deal with several different RNG enemies immediately.
Yeah, if you don't get lucky with an early sword, you definitely can end up in some, like, goofy combat situations. Oh, that potion bottle is easily dupable for Leaf if Leaf brings a potion to pod.
Yeah, I mean, second bottle is really, really nice for no logic. One
Yeah,
is great.
I mean, I don't know if I would.
Two is
Sorry.
yeah. Two lets you kind of do like everything that's more I guess more complicated tricks.
It's a little early to be thinking about dupes, but I just wanted to take a note of that. I mean, there's some seeds where duping can be extremely relevant, and yeah,
Oh yeah.
two is usually enough, but sometimes you want three if you don't have like too many other glitch items to help you out. So we'll just have to see how this seed pans out. It is possible Muffins does not go to Sahasrara for like quite a long time. I like to combo with the first potion shop trip. You just clip down, and it's faster than running from Link's house.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's usually why I do Saha. Because it's like, well, I mean, I'm already getting a potion. I may as well just get something with it. Why not? But a bit of a shame Leaf's coming here with 480 bucks. I get it with their routing, but I guess I always think like if I'm gonna delay the water checks, I may as well come with Zora money.
I try to set up a save scum for Zora, but I mean, Zora did pay out in 2 of my races recently. Like one was actually a tournament race, so you never know.
Also, hook shot on Muffins side in pod.
Oh.
If would Muffins goes to Saha Closet, they've got full stuck bush.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not having a sword makes it really annoying, but it's possible.
Yeah, you'd have to use Ice Rod as your sparkles, or you can use Red Boomerang. You have actually decent options.
The powder with Red Boom setup is not terrible, but it's also not ideal, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, ideally you have a sword and you don't have to worry about it, but
Yes. Oh, Muffin's trying to correct the hover. Actually, looks good, I think.
oh, they
Oh,
drop.
falls at the very end. Oh no. This hover is so strong and no logic if you're able to actually do it, because, like, we're forced to backtrack out of there or save and quit. Like, even if we have the hammer, there's no way to get back around because we don't have a crystal switch.
Yeah, I think they're starting just slightly too high. I'm not sure.
Down to 1 heart. They decided enough was enough.
Oh, hey, a sword. Yeah, that solves the hook push problem, or at least
Well, this pod was
makes it
very
no,
worthwhile.
makes it significantly less annoying anyway.
Oh yeah, it's just a regular setup. Once they get the lamp, actually, then it will be the regulars. Well, the lamp's next to the bow, so
Yeah,
they'll be
once
good
they
when
go
they
to
get there.
Saha's, yeah, they're gonna go to Saha's closet. They're gonna pull a bottle. They're gonna pull a bow. They're gonna pull a lamp, and then it becomes all right. Where's my other sword?
And this particular sword location, I think, is kind of difficult to dupe. Like, there's not any rooms that are, like, right next to it, I don't think. I mean, there are rooms, but just not helpful rooms. At least last time I looked at this area on the map. But
Yeah, we'll just glance
sword,
at the map
hookshot,
real
and
quick.
bottle. Yeah, sword, hookshot, and bottle are like is a pretty stacked pod, and looks like they did the bomb. So we're gonna see hookshot cave as well.
Yeah, I think their intention was to just hover right side pod and do the bomb juke method, because then that lets you get the big key chest and the basement or whatever that's called. That drop down area. It lets you get both those chests along the way.
Yeah, that is like the hyper efficient route if you can do the hover and then do the juke.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it looks like during that entire time it was frozen. Muffins did the juke and did the entire route. So there we go. We're over here with a big key to
Big key
skull,
is
which is
Skullwoods. I mean, it's nice because
fine.
we haven't been there, but it's not super great.
Yeah, it's just nice that now you have the ability to just full clear Skull Woods whenever you make that trip down there. Yep, you have
Exactly.
2 small keys, you got the big key, you got a sword and fire rod. And bottles. You can just go there whenever. Alright, is this desert big gonna be anything? Gonna be info for Skull Woods, funnily enough.
Oh, I mean, that could be relevant. If it comes down to a 50-50 for Muffins and Muffins doesn't ever check that. Well, actually has to go to escape first to get Desert Big, which is not a given. Looks like we're setting up a YBA to GT on Muffin's side.
Yep, this is the Super Tile version, which is notable for the fact that it lets you skip this fight entirely. Because if you do the Subtile version, you still have to do Ice Armos, but the Super Tile one despawns all the sprites, kind of like when you Kiki skip in the pod, like where Muffins was earlier, where everything was just disappeared. You get the same effect here in GT doing it this method.
Yeah, and it was actually commented on in my race, and I could be wrong about this, but I needed to farm the bombs, and I wasn't sure if despawning the sprites, but I think that would have not allowed me to pick up the bombs under the pots. So that's another interesting little subtlety to it as well.
I'll be honest, with the stream freezing, I'm not sure what they got.
Yeah, I was trying to look. It looks like the runner's actual streams are fine. It looks like we're just having SG issues. And Muffins is going to Sahasrara, so he's going to get the good stuff there. I'm gonna assume Leaf got the quadrant glitch. Looks like they did. Okay. The route. Muffins into Eastern with the big key and the bow. This is and a sword even, so this is gonna be really simple. I'm not sure if we saw the big key chest from Leaf. I don't remember. So maybe Muffins will go back in for that after the dungeon's done. Because you can just do a juke. It's a nice little shortcut.
Oh yeah. Okay, so with Muffins here in Eastern, Muffins has their entire kit, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're starting to think of their. I think actually it is just Sword Go mode, technically.
Yeah, Swamp might potentially be an issue if they don't know the Clippers, because not having Samaria or
Yeah,
Flippers, is pretty annoying for, I want to say for most people. Like, a lot of people can do the Clippers now, like a lot more than in the past, but it's definitely not, like, assumed that everyone knows that.
yeah. Swamp is kind of the big issue here.
Oh, Leaf going to Landmo, but it has the Ice Rod, so we're not forced to do strictly NMG strats.
And this is gonna be simple Rod Landmo. Ice Rod is a little more annoying, honestly. Just from
Yeah,
how
you have
slow
to
it is.
account for the projectile speed and the fact that, like, the projectile starts, like, a little bit far away from the rod compared to the fire rod.
We're gonna get a little bit of NMG Landmo in here. Actually does pretty well on it.
Yeah, nice 2 shots on the last cycle there to finish it off.
I think they got 2 shots on both of them. That ends up being pretty decent.
Yeah, are we getting, like, different buffering problems? Or are you watching, like, their
I
actual
think
streams?
I moved to the actual streams because they don't have the issues right now.
Yeah.
Keep this in the middle so to sort of see where the actual stream is at, because yeah.
Do you think we should maybe see about a refresh or see if something can fix this? Or I don't know what is typically done in this situation. Well, it looks like it's smoothed out, at least for the moment.
Yeah, it seems like it just has issues occasionally.
Muffins into Hera, Leaf going to Pod. Showing us the bomb clip again. Nice Kiki skip. Muffins with the Hera pot, having a little bit of trouble, but should be able to get it. There we go.
So this will be Leaf's sword and hook shot, which are both very big items. What's Fire Rod here, or is Fire Rod somewhere else?
The Fire Rod was in Agina, so I think Leaf
Oh,
probably has it, but I'm not sure. Or they might have skipped it. I really don't
it,
know.
it looks like Leaf did skip it. Glance at their stream. Yeah, because they did desert and they just immediately killed the boss after. So they were stuck behind the rocks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would do
I think
it.
it was a case of do I do these checks or I just go and kill a boss right now? And killing the boss is a pretty sensible play because you're right there.
Yeah, either way is defensible. I mean, and it is quite slow to walk out of Agina's. Even though I do usually check it, I acknowledge that it is pretty slow to do it. I generally
Yeah,
try to favor a thorough early game, but, like, it's a defensible skip. Ended Hera
yeah.
for
I
Muffins.
think yeah, because I think with the loadout you have so many options available that you can start thinking, well, I can like skip 1 or 2 checks because of the amount of options I have open that are just really good.
Yeah, it's definitely an understandable skip, especially because, like, the pod, and he doesn't know, or I'm sorry, Like Leaf didn't know that the hookshot is in pod, so that makes the hookshot cave play even better. So I'd expect them to do either the quadrant glitch or the juke to go to hookshot cave, like once they find the hookshot, which they're about to.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot of good density, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm. Plus, you're also thinking with this bow, I can go to pod, and I could just statue drag Helma. Get a lot of HP. You have a bow. It's not too bad. Speaking of statue drag, that's exactly what we're seeing on Muffins' side.
Yes, this is a very interesting trick. Just abusing a statue pulling animation to juke doors. Well, by door juking, what we mean is we're basically just getting on the other side of the transitions without triggering them, and that can have a lot of unintended effects. So, we see Muffins is going to pull, like, an invisible statue through the door, and carefully manipulate the camera, and this will take us to the boss after some pretty specific movement. It looked good.
There we go. Easy breezy Helma.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Ran out of arrows, but still got it done.
And the big key to ice. Which is,
Oh,
I mean, it's just an extra check.
Yeah, that's another one of those. You'd rather have it than not have it if you haven't been there yet.
It's just an extra free check. Which, given having two bottles, it's absolutely on the table to do ice. But you have Bombos, and then you have Fire. It suck, but Fighter Sword Cold Stare is never fun. But definitely doable.
The Fire Rod makes it less bad, or Fire Rod with Bombos, I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's not ideal, definitely. Is it 4, or you get 6 shots after you use 1 Bombos, which is not enough, but it does do a lot of damage. I see Leaf is also doing the statue drag.
Also,
Muffins Bunny Sprite is regular Link.
Naturally. It also looks like when Muffins did a quick map check, it looks like TR is Crystal. Contract, cool.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Leaf that TR is a crystal having missing that Fire Rod, but maybe another one will turn up.
Yeah, either another one turns up, or maybe like say Leaf is waiting for a shovel or like a glove or something to like justify going back to the desert area. You can just hit those. You can hit a couple extra checks. Be like, okay, well, I may as well just do this with the Gina because a couple easy checks.
Yeah, that is a really good point, and they may be drawn back to desert anyway to try to deal with swamp if they need to. We still don't know the prize info on swamp, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't believe we do.
Oh, meanwhile, Muffins has done a citrus DMD or Death Mountain descent to descend the mountain without using any items, including not having the Moon Pearl. Taking a Death Warp in Skullwoods gives us a Link state because we're technically in the Light World. This is fake Dark World.
The last bomb, Leaf ends up getting that helmet off, and well, as long as they don't die, which they do have 30 arrows, so this isn't not too bad, and Alma also is just being a little kind, just moving straight. And I assume Leaf got the kill because that was quite a few arrows. Oh, we'll see in a moment.
Map of Meyer is a good map for Muffins in the Skullwoods pot prison chest.
Oh yeah.
And Muffins is going for all these hard strats, like doing the hover instead of the bomb jump, and doing the pixel perfect hook shot through the spike. I mean, I respect it. Some people are really good at that hook shot, but I've never learned that one, honestly.
Yeah, I think the way you kind of do that one is you kind of just like walk to the spike because there's like I think there's actually a couple pixels where instead of like hitting the spike, you kind of like move closer in between the two blocks into the spike, and that's kind of your cue that when you kind of like push between the blocks and start moving closer to the spike, you just hook.
Was it kind of like you get nudged into place, that kind of
Pretty
thing?
much. Yeah, you just kind of get nudged, and you kind of get nudged a bit, and you fire a hook, and I mean, if you hook too early, oh well, you just nudge a little deeper and do it again.
Interesting. Thanks for that. I might give that a try sometime. So it looks like Leaf was setting up a quadrant glitch called Turtle Power.
Yeah, I love turtle power. Yeah, it's if you spin on the turtles on a very particular, well, vertical line. I mean, it's one particular pixel that is in a straight line up. Uh, getting a clink spin off there um, will let you break the camera and basically do the same thing of when Muffins bomb juked. Same idea. Breaks the camera, throws you over in the hook cave. Just a different way of doing it without having to do the juke. And
Yeah, definitely. It makes sense. Going for that, having already like cleared out the dungeon this way makes sense.
the I think
Looks like
I think
they
Leaf went
accidentally
back.
transitioned.
Yeah, they transitioned west.
Yeah, I don't know if you can fix this. I don't remember. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the only downside
This
doing
is
turtle power is you had to have gotten arena ledge chest already because otherwise turtle power kind of locks you out of that chest. And
Oh, he did get, or sorry, the Leaf did get it earlier. But that's a good point though. It is a valid downside, and Muffins did do the moth fight. It was a little scary, but we got through it.
we got that crystal and gonna go back in just to see what's underneath the bridge before probably save and quit again.
Yeah, I mean, there are to checking this first in case it's like a sword or a hammer to help with the fight, but yeah, generally you want to do it this way so you can save and quit, and it was nothing. It's like Leaf is restocking bomb. Oh, this is a Tomb Raider setup. You'll get to King's Tomb from Graveyard Ledge. I think this is hard to do without a sword, and that's why we're seeing this, or at least without the Master Sword, I should say.
Yeah, Master Sword makes this kind of free.
Oh, the guard messing up the setup, that is so rude. Ugh, I'd be so upset.
Yeah, doing it with just Master Sword or even Swordless, you have to do a decently well-timed bomb in order to you have to blow up the the two bushes in front. Yeah, because you can't bomb the far bushes, so you have to cook the bomb quite a bit. Let's see, Muffins going back south. I am assuming to upgrade Fairy to get an arrow refill. And probably a bomb refill too while you're at it.
They do have quite a bit of cash, so might go for both.
Yeah, because you have the stuck push kit, and it's really easy to burn through all those resources.
That is true. And Muffins agrees. Okay, so Skullwoods being a crystal, it looks like we are even on crystals at the moment, but Leaf is doing Hera, which is a pendant, but it might be good to have this done for later. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like in this mode, Hera's just always done. Pretty much every seed, even if it's a pendant.
It's pretty rare for Moldorm to survive a no-logic seed. That was a very fast map check. I missed it on Muffin's side.
Looks like looking at their stream, they marked Meyer as a crystal.
Well, that could be annoying if Bombos is not the medallion. Annoying isn't time-consuming, but we'll see. This looks like an ice play.
Does it have to be?
What, the ice play, or the Meyer doesn't have to be time-consuming?
Oh no, sorry, I said ice play because I was thinking like I don't think there's any other reason they would go over here.
Oh, I thought you said it doesn't have to be. I misunderstood you.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I don't. Other than setting up a tree warp, but there was no sword here, so.
And I think at that point, that's the only thing you'd really want a tree warp as a sword. I mean, I guess you'd potentially maybe would want a tree warp Saha Closet, because that is another bottle and silvers, which
that actually is really good. You're right.
that is potentially a pretty good tree warp.
Yeah, if they had Pearl and Flute, it would be. I would probably, and if they only had Master Sword and not Temper, that would probably be a net positive on time. But even more so if they had like mitts or hammer and glove. The more vanilla access items you have, the better tree warping gets.
Yeah, I mean, right now you do have a bottle you can use to just fake flute. And it's like not perfectly ideal, but you could do it.
It helps, yeah. The Muffin's showing us a nice clip through the wall, going directly to the bombable floor room. And nice job on doing that room right. I had to relearn that room because I don't know. After not playing the game for a while, I just forgot, even though it's an easy strat. So, a nice job on the NMG Stalfos Knights.
Oh yeah, especially if you played normal rando for a while, I feel like you pretty much always do the Samaria method through this dungeon. But you don't really have that luxury in no logic quite frequently.
Yeah, Ice Palace Bomb Jump is definitely mandatory to know. And is this citrus going to work for Leaf in this, like, this high up?
I think you can do a super jump citrus. Or actually, I think you. Yeah, that's the wrong slope.
Master Sword in the like vanilla small key chest in Ice Palace. I don't know what that room's called.
Yeah, it's like you call it like U room or something. Yeah, no, that is definitely go mode if they so desire.
I think this swap situation is still kind of... Well, we'll see. Their behavior will tell us what they're thinking, I think. But once they get to another place than here. I believe
Like we're gonna see
doing a
spin
fake flute.
YBA. Fake flute and do don't know, maybe just some general Dark World. This could be probably not Skullwoods. This is probably just Dark World overworld stuff.
He could do Skullwoods. I mean, they have the stuck push stuff, so they could go to the back and skip the fire rod.
Sure.
Well, it doesn't necessarily know the prize, or do they? I don't know.
Actually, I think Leaf has a Skullwood map, so they do know the price.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, that was in the desert big chest, so that's why Muffins didn't know that. But Thieves Town is a pendant, so I don't think we're gonna see that cleared.
Probably not. I mean, maybe the first 4, but that's about it. This is just general overworld of Dark World and end at Hype Cave, or decent density, and get a scout on the Meyer Medallion just in case.
Muffins gets cold stare down, and it is a pendant.
Well, now we know. Just blind clear all the pendants. There's your info.
Yeah, so that means swamp. That means swamp is going to be a crystal, which is going to... Well, we're going to find out our runner's comfort level with swamp pretty soon if they don't find like more good items, like meaning Samaria or flippers.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Leaf is going for the super thorough approach of Dark World. They're opening up everything and just kind of doing like the lap. They're gonna check the Meyer Medallion.
In the rain effect, and it is Bombos. We do have the medallion to just get right in.
Well, that's nice at least. Go with, you know, the lamp and stuck pushing. They'll be able to skip the Samaria requirement and the big key requirement without too much issue, I wouldn't think. But they also have like YBA or potion glitch options as well.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to know you at least don't need to do pseudo deletion and dungeon ID swapping shenanigans for Meyer.
Yeah, definitely. But we may see that for Swamp as a last resort, but not for Meyer this time.
Yeah, I think at this point we've kind of figured out like a pretty nice method of dealing with most dungeons. I remember like 2 years ago or something, dealing with Eastern was awful, but you know, the Western Samaria, the West Samaria, and Stairmaster kind of made Eastern way easier to tackle compared to a couple years ago.
Well, the West Samaria was known for a long time, more so the quadrant glitch to deal with the red Igors.
Yeah. So
yeah, Eastern was horrible.
You can hard require a bow.
Or, I mean, the alternatives were quite difficult to execute. One was a triple YBA, and one was a Samaria YBA, which is quite particular because the super tile boundaries are quite sensitive when you glitch them, so it's easy to fail it.
Mm-hmm. I definitely remember watching a couple of races of 2 runners struggling to get the triple YVA at the same time.
Oh, it's Muffins into Meyer, traveled there from Eastern, and then got lucky on the blind medallion check.
Yeah, just 1 in 3 Gamba. This is all you
I've
need
done
to
the
do.
gamble before. Yeah. Yeah, I think any decision is defensible there. Like, there aren't too many items that would help them. Not just 2 big ones, like I've been saying, but... So if you got locked out, it might not be a huge deal, but they got lucky, though, so... Oh, and apparently the hammer was in Hype Cave. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but...
Oh.
That's not a bad item.
Yeah, I mean, hammer's really nice. Especially because you're...
It's a huge quality of life.
Also, there's a fire rod in Meyer, which is a required dungeon that Leaf has the ability to complete. So, looks like Leaf might not get burned on leaving again after all. Assuming they do that check, which they probably are, lacking fire rod, honestly.
Yeah, and they still need a sword as well.
I feel like that check's just gonna get done, so at least let's Leaf catch up in that regard and not just be, well, stuck out of the fire rod.
The Leaf is going to Maya right now, it looks like, so they're probably going to get the fire rod. What's possibly concerning, though, is that the sword Muffins has was in Pendant Ice, though, so we'll have to see how relevant that is later on after we see some more checks.
Yeah.
Muffins doing a stuck push on the danger side with the fireballs.
Yeah, this side's definitely a lot faster, but you have to manage a lot of dumb things in this room if you do it.
Well, it's faster if you get it. Since they already missed the first one, I would be passing them now on the left side, but it's defensible to go for it, though. Like, it definitely can be done.
Oh, yeah.
Impossible.
That's originally how I learned to do this. I didn't realize you could do it on the left side for a while.
Yeah, a lot of people do it on the right side.
I think for a while, I just thought you had to have, like, the stuck push on screen. So I didn't realize I could do it on the left side. I just thought, like, oh yeah, I didn't even be able to at least see it for some reason.
Yeah, the slot 9 Samaria are the ones that despawn, but the hook, like, I don't know, you can, like, there's an audio cue, you know if it's gone. Like, that's, stuck pushing is loud.
Mm-hmm. Get a nice little ASMR of the hook shot chain infinitely.
Yeah, it's nice. It sounds like going up a roller coaster, like forever. The first drop. A nice fight from Muffins.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Fire. I've never really like. I know
fire.
you can. I know you can 0A that room. I just never learned it that way. I guess. I guess because I'm usually like, I've stuck push stuff. I can just go to Fishbone. The way I've always thought about it.
Yeah, if you're, I understand what the buyer's saying. Because you can, if you're like near the the top right wall, it gives you more cover from the fireballs. You would hook left, I'm guessing, is the way you would do it. If you're trying to do it fast on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And then just use the boomerang to correct the direction.
So Leaf
This
has a bit of an
situation
issue.
is, yeah. And not having Samaria to like do a backup strat. Oh, is this the variety pack? They might get bailed out. Stun prize is vanilla, looks like, which is unfortunate.
No, I don't think that's not the variety pack.
Well, if Leaf has potions, maybe can do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it's a tricky double YBA to do.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. The correcting the West YBA is a little bit finicky. I mean, you can just buffer it, but it just looks kind of funny when you're doing it. It's not always clear how much you actually moved.
Yeah, because like when I do it, like I don't even have like much of a queue. It's more of just a by feels situation.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're doing it in Meyer state like this, you can use a visual cue with the left wall, but like I do it in cave state a lot, so you don't have that cue. It's just all black.
It's just I feel like I moved 2 pixels to the right. I'm gonna go for it. The spin YBA is not bad. It's just getting the first one, really. Spin YBA is just a spin YBA.
Oh, we found bombs, so this probably is gonna be okay.
Yeah, the popos in the front were in the good variety pack. You've got an 8 bomb drop off of the Meyer 2.
Yeah, I've been so concerned with Leaf's situation. I like missed how Muffins got to Swamp. Did they like unlock it from Meyer and I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah, Muffins
Okay.
just clipped from Meyer to Hera to Swamp, the classic.
That is classic. The vintage AD RMG routing. Yeah, we see Mr. Byer in chat providing some interesting backup solutions to the no bomb problem, but in the pressure of a race, it's hard to think of these things, at least in my experience. And depending on Leaf's experience, I don't know if they even know all those backups. Like I don't even know all the backups. I know several, but not all of them.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't know the backups. Usually my solution is I go to the upgrade ferry a lot, and I really stack up on bombs and arrows, so I don't have to worry about it.
No, it's just having Samaria is so powerful. Even if you do prefer stuck pushing, you can still use the Samaria blocks for the release and save a lot of bombs that way.
Oh yeah. Also, leave putting that hammer to good use for this fight.
Yeah, this is great. A very well executed phase 2 with the hammer. Because they were out of arrows, so they had to do it that way.
Yeah, because it's either that or you do fighter sword spins in the eyeballs, and that's just awful. Or it just takes a while anyway.
There's another strat too, which is kind of obscure, but I've seen it in cross keys, is if you can stand in the goo and just hammer away if you have a potion to like recover yourself and do good damage that way. But yeah, Vidi on low equipped is one of the more tricky fights. Like low ammo, low equipment.
That's why I'm playing like a spoiler log kind of seed. He's talking about yeah, we route the silvers, not for Ganon, we do it for Vidi. Just to make that fight so much easier and faster.
Yeah. I have pretty bad aim and I can still usually get a 0 cycle with silvers.
looks like Leaf is having the same idea about Swamp. Just go ahead and unlock it from here, because I mean you're already here. Why not? Get a couple checks done.
Pardon me. Meanwhile, Muffins did up stuck push to Landmo and got that taken care of. And I think Muffins is going shopping yet again, but this is man, it needs like a rewards card for this like shop.
Stuck push is just so powerful. It just consumes so many resources to do it.
And some of the rooms they've been stuck pushing in, it's like it might not even be possible to do it on one set of bombs. Like for the fishbone one, like you have to walk like so far.
I've done fishbone in one set of bombs. It's a very tight window, but you can do it. Also, it looks like Muffins. Okay, this is 0A.
TR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
0A stuck pushed to the back of TR because, I mean, it's definitely our fastest way into the back right now.
If it works. This one is prone to random failure, but I think we had worked out most of the kinks. Something about the bombs being placed incorrectly can mess this up. Is that... I hope that's not too far left. Okay, it's fine.
We're good. I think, is it just like... Isn't like right-facing bombs are really weird or something? I forget there's like a certain direction of placing bombs is slightly weird.
I think bomb in wall is also bad. Like it just has weird effects. In that case, it would cause the push to fail. Mushroom. Okay. Well, thanks.
Even why not? I guess. Also, yeah, Bayer, I agree. If I get the stuck push kit, or like even if I get like hook shot, if I get like a major piece of the push puzzle early game, I am buying 20 bombs immediately when I can. I want to be ready.
Yeah, Muffins at 21 bombs, Leaf back to 0 bombs, or is that an 8? No, that's a 0.
Oh, I think Muffins has magic backup for this. It's definitely going to be tight on magic usage.
I saw a potion in their menu, but also not picking up the magic pot does seem like a mistake. Like maybe they just forgot.
That or they're just confident they've got the potion, they can just do it, because I mean you're gonna have to use it even if you come in here with full magic. So may as well.
I mean I've done the fight before with a Master Sword without the refill, but it's tight. I wouldn't expect it as a given, certainly. Like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, back door is ideal. I usually find it awkward to get the back door when I hook push in, because usually I'm like slightly offset, and then I just kind of mess up the back door strat in Trinix.
And well, so Muffins has done all the dungeons they have to do except for Swamp, so.
Yeah.
And I don't think they found anything helpful since the whole time, like all these dungeons they've been doing.
The only thing Muffins has really gotten was the mushroom, which may or may not lead to something.
And we're not turning in the mushroom. Maybe they're going for the clippers. This looks like they're flooding, so.
Yeah, I think this is clippers. if you can do clippers, it's it's ideal for this.
Yeah, it's a really powerful trick. Like I've gotten it in practice a few times, but like then there have been other times where I'm just like sitting there and I couldn't get it done, so I don't go for it in races. But if you can do it, it's extremely powerful. Like the alternative to that involves like 5 minutes of rooms and hook pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf needs to go down the stairs before they do this. Which it looks like they are. Okay. Okay, so they're just checking the items first. I was a little worried because that spin YBA, some risks associated with that we can mitigate by just going up and down stairs. But yeah, this routing makes sense. Checking the items first, and then going to the boss later.
Maybe you'll do the
Alright,
funny
so
like
Muffins
in my race earlier, just having flippers just right on Argus. It was funny.
Yeah, I've seen that more than a few times. It's a little weird. Muffins got the easy part, getting out. Like, they have to get back in, though. This involves a lot of one-frame down releases, alternating between down, left, and down, but you can only release down for 1 frame at a time. So
yeah, the easiest way I can... hovering. I was gonna say, like, the easiest way I can think of describing this is basically hold left and do a hover on the down D-pad is really the easiest way to describe how to do this. And you just do it and you pray.
I'm surprised Muffins seems a little stuck. Usually when you get this far, it's good. Maybe needs just to do one more. Or are they too low? Or does that position look good?
I've always swam to the ladder personally, but I guess I've seen people clip up from higher, or from more to the right.
Yeah, it was good. I just haven't done it in a while, so I forgot if the Y position was correct. But I'm not sure why they got stuck a little bit, but they did get it done and got past the enemies. Very important to not take damage after you get that far. Otherwise, they would have had to do the whole thing over again.
I think you had the wrong color potion. You used a blue potion instead of a red or green for that spin YBA, so...
I think Leaf unfortunately drank the one they meant to use, but we're trying the other one as a backup. I'm not 100% sure on that. I was intently focused on the clippers. So if you're doing like a hover grip for the fake clippers, like do you have to turn the controller like upside down because it's on the down button, or
I literally place it on my desk, like it's like a keyboard.
Okay.
I just put it on my desk. I can just hold the left D-pad and I just do it on the table.
Okay, so I was just kind of thinking about it because when I try to hover, which I'm also not that great at, I turn the controller sideways and then do the, backs the fingernails on the A button. So
I still do the fingernails thing, but even when I hover, I just use my table. I just use. Okay. There's actually a lot of tricks I use the key, like the more, I guess, the keyboard position for. I just personally find it a lot easier to deal with.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Just having a stable surface and um, like Airy, one of the best players in the world, like when they do their hand cam, like frequently sets the controller down to do tricks. Like,
Yeah, like because I've seen people like do the hovers, like they like hold the controller a certain way, like against their knee or something. I've just never, it's never worked for me.
oh. But we kind of glossed over it, but yeah. So there's some heavy VRAM corruption going on Muffin's side, which is fine. The game. This is a functional Argus fight. I mean, the game is perfectly okay. You know, Leaf is thinking about a citrus.
Here's what their idea is. Especially because I'm not sure why you would citrus here when you can just use a blue goo. You have money to do it.
Yeah, I need to be more aggressive when on seeds like this, which have a lot of cash. Because that's a good point. Because I think
Yeah,
that
you
you
can
were
freely
right
burn
earlier.
it.
Like this higher up area to do the clip seems more like the one you would do if you were doing the bunny super jump. So maybe Leaf just hasn't had to do this in a while and is a little confused, maybe.
Like this is a slope you jump off of for, but I'm not 100% sure what they're intending to do.
I can see the shadow, so we're not like screen wrapped. So this is not gonna be super jump.
Yeah, this isn't super jump. They need to find Malmo's. I think Malmo is the guy on Bunny Citrus. And there's like a Google Doc like, here is all the Bunny Citruses. And I've used that. That's usually what I use.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, Malmo definitely has the Bunny DMD Citrus Guide.
I have used that very frequently.
Oh, there's even an obscure one for getting into Turtle Rock as a bunny without using the mirror. Like, you can jump onto the bridge if you are standing on, like, one of a few specific pixels. Like, very rarely it comes up, but when it does come up, it's nice to know that.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody
I've used that literally.
Clue,
yeah, I've used that literally once, so if I've ever had to use it again in a race, I would have to pull the guide up. Because I do not remember off the top of my head.
I'm a little curious why Muffins is going this way. Because where would you go from Laser Bridge? You have Trinex already being dead.
I think there's a lava dive from Laser Bridge.
Oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, that might be. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. If there is one, I'm just blanking on that off the top of my head. The more traditional approach with this equip is to like set up an overworld conveyor to go to the middle, and then you would either hook push or YBA into the lava. But maybe Muffins knows something that I don't know or that I forgot about. So this will be interesting.
Apparently this is like a more recent lava dive. Here we go. It's like you have to like wipe out.
We're YBAing. Okay. Yeah, that looked good. More clipping. I'm a fan of that. That's a cool trick.
Okay, so I guess
interesting.
Do a West YPA, fall down, clipe out, and
I'm a
then
little
get back in.
concerned. I'm concerned. I don't want Muffins to lose the Agas. Oh, okay, never mind. We're good. Sometimes they like to wander off if you take too long to get into the room, and the fight just becomes terrible. Well, it's already terrible, but it could be more terrible, I guess. Not a fan of the Agatu fight, personally. But that was quick, though. Well, props to Muffins, teaching me something new.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool method of lava dive. Honestly, I think I probably would have just gone from pod to hook cave and just walk in. Just jump down there, personally. Just do the regular YBA lava dive. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how to climb.
There is a bomb clip for that works as well, but I never learned it because I know the manual clip, but like I learned it for the speed run.
Is it like basically the same position to like clip out of AGA 1 for the
Oh yeah, the
method?
rooms are like identical. It's just a palette swap. Leaf is having a bad day with Citrus, trying to go to GT. Man, I don't really feel for Leaf.
Yeah, simple clips you can bomb clip out of AG 1 because that's if you like look on the glitch map for the guide anyway. I think that's how it teaches you to do it. That's how you dungeon ID swap Swamp Palace, which is slow and really annoying. Go all the way up the AGA 1 fight.
Yeah, if you don't know the clip, the bomb clip is in the dungeon ID swapping guide. I'd imagine there are 2 pixels that work, because most bomb clips are like that, but I don't actually know. As far as manual clips go, the clip isn't horribly difficult. Like, I mean, it's pretty lenient. It's just the trouble is you have to get the starting position. Like, sometimes, like, Link just doesn't want to get into the wall, like, that little bit, like, getting the first part, but...
I guess
I could definitely understand not wanting to... Oh yeah, it's understandable. Manual clipping is kind of bad, usually. Right now, Muffin's playing the 24 spin to win. Well, 52 total if you're counting the previous phases.
Which I believe Muffins bought. I bought 2 blues, so they've got a backup here, I believe. Yeah, I guess part of the reason I never learned Clive was mostly just because it was like usually the times it comes up is try to pull it off within the very short time period after AGA 2 dies.
Yeah, if you haven't learned any other manual clipping, that's, you know, it's gonna be difficult to just try to do it on the fly like that. Like, honestly, I just learned it at first because it looks cool, but if you do it fast enough, it does save time on, like, the bat cutscene, though.
Yeah. You save a few seconds for sure. It is objectively optimal to do. And I mean, yeah, you may as well go for it every seed, because it literally hurts nothing if you mess it up.
That isn't strictly true, but yeah, it's pretty uncommon for, like, if you... Well, you know what, let's not get into that. Let's get our GGs for Muffins.
is the GG's, the very long Master Sword Silverless. That's pretty common in these races, honestly.
Okay, Muffins finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 9 seconds.
Yeah, I know Leaf does not know how to clippers, so I'm not. I think they might
Leaf is
be looking
definitely
for
looking
clippers.
for... And a sword as well. We're joined
Yeah.
by the winner of the race, Muffins. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, damn.
So, I was just gonna say, that sword in Ice Palace ended up being quite a good find, despite the bad news of it being a pendant.
Yeah, I was very glad when I saw that. I did Lee find any others?
No.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, no, I needed to do ice for the information that gave. That was the last thing I needed for full info, and it was the last thing I needed for go mode as well. So I was very happy to find that.
Yeah, the seed, because seed gives you, you can get 2 early bottles, you get your hook push pretty early potentially. Just kind of go do whatever. Hope you find swords.
That was exactly it. I mean, not long into the seed, like you said, I had both rods, 2 bottles, hook pushing, and a sword, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to clear dungeons until I find a second sword.
Leaf actually skipped Agina's cave early on, and so we were worried that the fire rod was going to be a relevant thing, but they got the one that was in Mire, and so the problem with this seed ended up being the swords, and also the comfort level with the swamp as well. I'm guessing that's potentially an issue for Leaf, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know Leaf does not know how to clippers.
That's the first time I've done it in a race setting. I've practiced it, but I was confident that I could pull it off given enough time. So.
Hey, back of escape is kind of nice.
I think the glove is like the only good thing they found in GT. Looks like Leaf is going to call it there, and I can't say I blame them with no idea when their go mode is in sight. Maybe he's a little frustrated as well. So let's get our GGs for Leaf as well.
Where a lot of things are cleared, I'm not sure where 2 other swords would potentially be.
All bad locations would be my guess.
Mr. Fire says, tell Muffins he can just hold down left once he's in the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was surprised that you were like, it seemed like you were a little bit stuck when you got like pretty deep in there, and I thought from like my experience of doing it, admittedly inconsistently, I thought when you got that far it was good, but Bayer, I think, is confirming what I thought, so maybe you'll have to try that in the future.
Yep. GG, Chief.
GG, Muffins. I see you found none of the things in this seed.
But importantly, found another sword.
Yeah, that's probably the one good thing I found.
Higher sword go mode seeds.
Yeah, honestly, sword go mode seems really common in the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either a sword or a rod, isn't it? Or a fire source. Usually.
I know, I recently played a seed where my go mode was how do I get to Tower of Erebos, so...
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, usually
so-
potions are enough for that.
I want to say I had one bottle, and I struggled to do the pod wrong warp. So it's like, okay, how can I get there from here without losing my mind?
Yeah, if you're having a bad YBA day, that's just not gonna be a fun day for no logic. Usually, it's unfortunately how it goes sometimes.
I did appreciate that the seed gave me the exact tools to do Eastern Palace as soon as I had a big key.
Yeah.
Like literally, my opener's Saha Muffins, so I will literally
Oh,
run
okay.
over. I pull a potion, a bow, and a lamp. And it's like, if I can get some arrows, I can go get the Hyrule Castle big key. So I did, and I think I was in Eastern in the first 15 minutes. I think I had my first crystal in 15 minutes.
Okay, that beats
That
me.
sounds
in terms
about
of
right.
time.
Yeah, we were
I just-
laughing at how stacked the Sahasrara was.
Oh yeah, opening the seed leaves, it was nuts. Everything you pulled out. It's just like, oh Jesus, all right, you can start going.
I did not feel like I could not get my bunny citrus to work consistently today, which is unfortunate because I'm usually fairly consistent with those.
Were you trying to
Would've
just DMD there, or what were you attempting to do?
At first it was
originally?
DMD. Originally it was DMD. It's like, my hands are starting to hurt. Let's go do GT instead. You might even those pauses to open the glitch map, see what exactly I'm doing wrong, and I still don't know. So I'll just have to take it back to the prac hack.
Well,
Drill
I
it until
think
my
if
hands
you're
look
doing,
relief taken off by force.
no, I'm sorry, I feel you on the hand pain. Sometimes it can get really annoying if you're doing too many buffers, but I think if you're doing like the Skullwoods DMD, I think you want to be on the lower angled slope. We weren't sure if you were trying to set something else up or
Is
not.
it the lower angled slope? I thought it was the upper one. Was I doing it off the wrong ledge?
I thought you were going to show me something maybe I didn't know. We thought maybe we're going to try to set up a super jump, like as a bunny, but...
I mean, that'd be cool. I'd love to be able to pull that out sometime. That would be cool.
I think I would have to find that guide again because I forgot. I'm also on a different computer. I just don't have it.
By all technicality, I could have super jumped as a bunny. You don't have to do a quick hop to get this jump going.
Yeah, that's true. The only issue is, I think it's a little bit harder than doing a regular citrus because once you do the screen wrap, your shadow cue is going to be gone. But it's certainly doable, though.
I mean, I can do GT citrus in broken camera state. So
Okay, yeah. So
you just got the movements.
yeah, DMD is just the lower slope. The upper slope is the super jump.
Okay, now I just feel dumb.
It happens. Don't feel bad. There's a lot to remember when you're playing No Logic. And like
it's easy to
like
forget random things when you're very focused on the route overall and where you need to go.
I'm feeling extra dumb when I consider the fact that I opened the guide and looked at it and was like, yeah, this looks right, when it looked absolutely not correct. I should have caught on that something looked wrong in pictures.
Hey, racing is a lot of pressure. Like, mistakes are understandable. And you, I think, still do a lot of non-glitched rando as well. Like, I usually play only glitched rando, and I still forget things sometimes.
I play glitched rando, non-glitched rando, non-Zelda rando. It's amazing I can keep anything straight in this head of mine. Yeah, GG Muffins. We'll get game 2 in at the end of the week.
Yeah, indeed. A bit of a pause.
Good luck to you and your family this week.
Yeah, thanks. And then, yeah, game 2 on Friday.
I'll let you.
That'll be
With it
exciting.
being a long way out, I'll let you know if anything needs to change. But because you can just easily change times as needed, because you're a mod.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you cared at all, or if you just like want to be done with this seed, but the sword was not in a good location. Do you want me to tell you where it was?
Please, I've no interest in opening the seed back up.
They got it in Ice Palace, in the room with the spikes. That's normally a vanilla, or in vanilla, it's a small key. And so Pendant Ice was the master sword for Muffins.
Brad, where have I heard this before?
I
Where
don't
have I
know.
heard Pendant Ice has my Go Mode Master Sword? Do you happen to have any idea about this after last night's practice? That's going to kill me every time, isn't it, Brad?
I'm pretty sure it's the exact same chest too. Is the
I think so,
Yes,
too. I see it. Muffins just didn't find anything.
No, I got the 2 rods, couple of bottles, and hook pushing, and then I was like, right, I'll just find my second sword while I clear all of these dungeons.
I was still looking for an answer to Swamp I was comfortable with.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, if you don't know Clippers, Swamp sucks.
Well, I don't know Clippers, and I didn't have a reliable way up to Aga 1 to do ID swap.
Since you have a CT key, you can YBA or Stairmaster to skip one of the key doors.
Didn't have a key.
I have a key.
Oh no! Oh, so Muffins has his key. Right.
So I
Sorry, I was just gonna let you know. So, like, the thing you do in that situation, and you definitely want to buy bombs beforehand. If you use the chest in the first check in Castle Tower to set up a hook push with the boomerang, you can skip past the key doors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
answer
Yeah,
is
you can just go straight north and just fine.
the answer is I also knew where like 3 standing small keys I just left sitting were, and it's like if I need to go find a Castle Tower key, I can go back to them maybe. Because like I didn't want to deal with a swordless floating island getting off the island, because I usually use a spin speed to get off that.
I mean, small keys are like a defensible skip. Like, it depends on the runner usually.
Once I have, ATR key, a skull key, maybe a Meyer key.
Yeah, that's true. You can go to Meyer to CT, I think, if you really need to burn keys.
Yeah, but I had already burned all my Meyer keys in Swamp.
True.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, Muffins, I wanted to say to you, that was really cool how you went to Aga 2. So from what I understand, that was a pretty recent thing. Because I wasn't sure why you were going back to Laser Bridge at first, but it all became clear when you showed us the YBA and like the wrong warp.
Yeah, I in my head I was tossing up between doing the just hook pushing from double pookies, or doing that and then I autopiloted going into that cave after clipping to Harris. I was like, nope, this is how I'm doing it then. But I enjoy that. I mean, it's a single YBA, need nothing other than that door open, so it's super nice. And yeah, with 0A stuck pushing, it's really quick to get there too.
It really did
do you know what it...
for hook pushing early.
Yeah, the bow, the lamp, and the hook shot were effectively no logic sphere 1.
I mean, it's no logic, Bread. By all definition, it's all sphere 1.
Yeah, but I mean, just the common checks that everybody's gonna do. Like, Saha's Claw is just gonna get done, because partially for info. Yeah, pod is gonna be cleared early. So you have your kit. You have a sword and pod too, because at first I was like, after Muffins picked up the hook shot, it's like, oh, well, maybe you could use the ice rod. And it'd be really annoying, but you can use the ice rod for push. Oh, never mind, there's a sword. All right. Well, cool. Solves that issue.
I was going to ask you, Muffins, though, that push to Laser Bridge, what is it that you are not supposed to do? Because I know in the past people used to be like, oh, this is finicky, you know, you can fail it. So I think if you don't put the bombs in the walls, it's good.
That's
But
the one
what
that
else?
I'm aware of, yeah. No bombs in
Okay.
walls. And I think the first time I tried to go to Aga 2, I may have had them just in the wall, and then I didn't go. Or
Okay. Well, that's good information for everyone to know, because I thought that was it, but I wasn't sure, because I mean, you know, there's so many different kinds of seeds, you don't even always get the opportunity to attempt to go that way, so it had been a while for me. So, yeah, thanks for that.
releasing the hook, because if you go too far left, you'll get yourself completely stuck in the wall, I think.
Oh, yeah, that part I'm fine with. Like, I understand the positioning part of it, but, yeah, so we're looking forward to, the next game. Do you have any other thoughts for us?
No, don't think so. I was pretty happy with my performance, so, and yeah, GG's again to Leaf. Thank you guys for commenting and tracking, both of you, for both. Or maybe Mr. Bias dips in by the looks of it.
Yes, that is true. Thank you to Mr. Pyre. We appreciate it.
And yeah, see you all back on Friday.
Yes.
Yes, Friday.
Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We also have a lot of other races. And probably everyone's already watching the Sackerjets versus Doomtap if it's not over yet. On SpeedGaming 5. We have Mr. Bayer versus Pryor. Monday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Monday, 9 p.m. is me versus Malmo. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Nobly versus Gabriel. This is Gabriel. And Friday, 3 p.m. Muffins versus Leaf. And Saturday, Mr. Bayer versus Pryor at 10:30 a.m. So we have a lot of races coming up, and potentially more if we get any Game 3s. So stay tuned if you like No Logic Racing. And thanks to Brett for coming, and to our setup helpers. Well, I think that's going to do it. Anything else, Brett?
No, that's all I can think of. I believe there's another. Isn't there another race going on right now? I think there is.
SpeedGaming 5. If they're not done yet, Sackerjets versus Doomtap. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for me. My name is JD Silvergun, and we'll see you next time.